Well, today I'm gonna do a little bit of shooting, and I'll be honest with you, I probably shouldn't be shooting today at all. But yesterday I was out doing a little plinking, wandering around the farm doing a little plinking. With this little rifle here, and I don't know what I had on my hands or what I got in my eyes. Oh my goodness. Itch and burn and swelled up. Vision bad. I mean, my eyes almost swelled shut. I don't know what I got into. I really don't. The swelling has pretty much gone down. They're feeling better than they did, of course, but then I got out here today and I just got a little burning there in the corner and I just barely touched it, and oh my goodness, about set them on fire again. So I don't know what I don't know what I've got into. I really and truly don't. But anyway, I had some kind of allergic reaction to something. And and I don't know if it was something that was on this little gun or what. I don't know. I don't know. Anyway, it really screwed up my vision. So I'm going to try today to shoot this little gun a little bit on record. I was out plinking with it, and it hit pretty good. But I want to put it on paper to see that it really is where it should be and where I left it off last time I was shooting with it, which was probably a year or so ago. But anyway, what it is the Brownie BL22. This is a fine little 22 rifle. It really and truly is. Holds about 15 long rifles, and I've got on it. The one complaint that I have about the Brownie BL22 is it has a very short tang on it here. I wish it had a longer tang back here where I could put a folding tang sight on it, because I definitely wanted a peep type sight, and I would prefer to have a folding tang sight here. Then I can use my folding rear sight here, and I can use either open irons or peep sight, just like I've got on my Marlin 1897 22, and as well as on my 30-30 and 1894 30-30 and Arm 336 Cowboy and 1895 Cowboys. Got peep sights on everything on all of them. But I really do like the peep sight, and especially now that you got a little bit of old age vision, you want to put it that way. At 82 years old, you just don't have the vision that you had when you were in your 20s, you know. That's a sad fact of life, but it's a fact nevertheless. But I'm going to try to shoot it today. Well, I know I can shoot it, but can I hit anything with it? That's going to be a problem. Because when I look through it, at times when I look through it, the rear sight is round as it should be, and then it goes from round to it's oblong. It's weird. It's not round. It's like looking through a keyhole. With that right eye, of course, with the left eye, it looks perfectly fine. But sight looks fine with the left eye, but it will look okay with the right, and then all of a sudden it just goes bonkers. It's just not round at all. So I don't know what I'm doing. But I'm going to shoot a little bit anyway. But this rifle, like I said in other videos, I really like having a 22 version or something very close in 22 to what a big game rifle is. And this little Browning BL22 is the perfect rifle to practice with for shooting or using my BLR 7mm 08. The action is, everything is so close to the same. Now, with the Browning, both the BLR and the BL22, when you operate the lever, they're a short throw lever, but the trigger comes down with the lever. And in the 22, it's very, very short. And my technique of shooting a 22, or shooting any lever action, is only put 2 fingers in the lever, got the one finger out. Do not wrap your thumb over the top, but bring it down just along the side. And you just make it. And then you right back on target. That's roll up. Now for the BL22 and the BLR, you can leave your finger on that trigger. I mean, that's the object, because you can leave it in position. And that's great. That's fantastic. But I generally bring that trigger finger out of the trigger guard, even though it's not necessary. It don't cost me much time, a split second maybe. But because all my other lever actions, the trigger does not come down with it. So to keep from forming a bad habit, instead of leaving it in the trigger guard like you very well can with this one and my BLR, I pull it out anyway, just to not develop a bad habit. But my wife has only been on one big game hunt, and that was for elk. And she got it. She got her elk. But to practice, I mean, she's a good shot. She's a very good shot. But I knew she was going to be under a lot of pressure when it come time to shoot, so I wanted her to develop good muscle memory. So for months I had her shooting, and for the 3 months prior to her hunt, like I said, this thing holds 15. So I would fill it up 3 or 4 times and have her shoot every day. So that's anywhere from 30 to 60 or so rounds a day with this every day, offhand. And I would start her, we had an 8-inch black circle, and I would start her at anywhere from 5 to 10 yards. I mean close. Because when you're in close, you think, well, I can't miss that, you know, and you just concentrate on letting that front bead float around on that target as you slowly squeeze that trigger. Nobody can hold a rifle still. They can't. So my suggestion is, don't even try. Just hold your sights. Just put your sights on your target, and as it wobbles or floats around, you just slowly keep adding pressure till it goes off, and you'll hit what you're aiming at. But the worst mistake you can make is when those sights get right, is try to jump on that trigger. Because if you jump on that trigger when those sights are right where you want it, you're probably going to miss the whole thing. Don't do that. Realize you can't hold it still. Just let it float around in the vicinity of where you want. As you slowly apply pressure, it'll go off and you'll hit what you're aiming at. So that's what I wanted her to practice at. So every day we're starting close. And when you're in close and you can hit that at 5 to 10 yards, oh yeah. Shoot 3 or 4 times, back up 5 yards. Back up 5 yards at a time. And she'd shoot a few shots at whatever that range was and keep backing up all the way out to 65 yards. Now, 65 yards is a long cotton picking ways in the woods, and we know that her elk hunt's going to be in the woods. So there's no sense, we don't have to practice over 65 yards because we know we're going to get a shot in less than 65 yards. Which we're going to be hunting so thick, you're not going to get a shot over 65 yards. So I would have her shoot this thing every day. We're talking about for 3 months. That's at least 90 days. If for at least 90 days, she'd shoot 30 to 60 rounds a day, every day. Like I said, starting in close and backing up. That's with 22. And what she was going to hunt with is a Winchester 94 30-30. Now, the Winchester 94 action, it's a lever action, but it's a bit different. Your finger the trigger don't come down. It's got a long throw, and it's a harder throw. The Winchester 30-30 94 is not near as smooth as this little Browning. And that was the only thing. I'm trying to get across to her to throw it hard irregardless, because when it comes, and don't leave that finger on the trigger, pull it out because the 30-30 is not. Slam it forward, slam it back, and then come back on target. So she'd have it up there and she would wham, get it again. Wham. Like I said, she did that with the 22 every day. And then once, maybe a time or two, I let her do it twice, fire 2 shots, but once a week, basically, I let her shoot the 30-30. She's a little light-built gal, and by the way, she was 70 years old when she was going to go on her first big game hunt. 70 years old. So this little 70-year-old lady is going after an elk. I didn't want her to shoot the 30-30 enough to develop a flinch. I mean, this gal can shoot, but she's a deliberate shot. She has a lot of discipline, to shoot correctly, to follow the steps correctly. She has lots of discipline. And as far as letting that sight float around on that target, as she slowly squeezed that trigger, she got that down pat. So she would shoot, like I said, at least 30 to 60, sometimes quite a bit more than that, but 30 to 60 at least every day with the 22. And then every once in a while, twice a week, she shoots that 30-30. And to keep in mind, shooting that 30-30, I just concentrate. It's just exactly like the 22, go through the exact same steps. That's what she did. And in that 3 months of shooting all those rounds every day, like I said, an absolute minimum of 30 to 60 a day, shooting at an 8-inch bull, anywhere from 5 to 65 yards as she backed up. She'd shoot 3 or 4 5 times here, back up, and just keep backing up. She got up 65 yards at an 8-inch bull. You know how many bullets she put outside of that 8-inch bull in those 3 months? 2. Shooting offhand now, 2. She only put 2 outside of that 8-inch bull. You try that. I mean, this is all offhand. That is very, very good shooting. The little gal could shoot. And I wanted her to develop that muscle memory. So when it came time to hunt, to shoot, and I know she's going to be excited, she pull off the shot. Boy, did she. She pulled it off. She did absolutely great. she would leave her 30-30 Winchester 94 on the back of the couch there at the foyer. And just as you come in our foyer, there's a picture of an elk. That picture of a big bull elk out here in the snow. And he's facing from right to left. And when she'd come by the couch, back and forth, every time she'd go by that couch, she'd pick up that 30-30 at 94. And she'd dry fire at that picture of that elk. And believe it or not, when she first got started, she was nervous as a cat shooting at that picture. I mean, she got nervous shooting at a picture. But anyway, she dry fired that 94, Lord knows how many times. Because virtually every time she'd go by the couch, she'd pick it up and she'd dry fire for several times. And when it came down, we finally located an elk and finally get in on her. Which I didn't know at the time. She told me later. She said, I prayed, Lord, please let that elk turn exactly like it was in that picture. But you know, that's exactly what it did. She shot, bang. And you don't know how many elk you've ever shot. But if you shoot a whitetail, usually he's going to run off. And if you hard shoot him, he's going to generally run off with that tail between his legs, and he's going to run like a racehorse. But listen, elk didn't. Actually, it didn't show any signs of being hit at all. I know it's hit, but I don't see the impact of the bullet. I did not see it, but I know it has to be hit. And that elk just sort of nonchalantly turned and walked off several steps, and it turned right back just exactly like it was. She shot the second time. It stood there for just a second or two, started to take off a step, and then it went down. It collapsed. And when we cleaned it, when we stepped off and estimated our distances, the first shot was 45 yards, the second shot was about 55 yards. There were 2 bullet holes in that elk's heart about that far apart. That's pretty doggone good for a little lady, 70-year-old. Now here's the picture of the elk that's hanging on our wall here. And Diane took her lipstick and put a little spot right there. Right there. The heart area on that thing should be over here. She'd have her 94 laying here on the back of the couch. Now this is the little BL22, of course. But she'd pick that thing up and aim it at that elk over there. She'd do that about every day. When I first started her, first got her started, practicing, she was doing good. Really good on that 8-inch bullseye. Whoa, but I put after a couple of weeks or so of that, I just put a picture of an elk up on that target instead of that 8-inch bullseye. She missed the whole target. She got so nervous just looking at the picture of that elk. So that's why I decided to have her dry fire at that picture of that elk, which she did. Good gosh, Lord knows how many hundreds of times she dry fired at that elk. But she wound up getting this beauty. This is the elk that she wound up getting. And it's a nice one. And she has her little pink hair deal that she had on when she got him. So she practiced hard, practiced real hard, until she got muscle memory that when it came right down to it, when the poop hit the fan, as they say, she made a great shot. She made a great shot. It's muscle memory, it's practice. So anyway, that's her elk. Was nervous as a cat, but she had shot enough practice. When it come down to it, just muscle memory took over. She had done it so many times, that she just pulled it off just like all I whispered to it is shoot just exactly like you did there in the yard. That's exactly what she did. Made a great, she got it good. So all that practice with the same kind of action that you're going to hunt with. So I've got semi-autos, I've got bolt actions, I've got lever actions, I've got single shots. So I have 22s that correspond to all this. So today I'm going to just check and see if hopefully that just see where I'm shooting with this thing today. I really and truly don't know. And I've got same ammo that I was shooting that little Savage Model 72 with a little single shot. I've got some bulk ammo, Winchester bulk ammo. I've got some CCI AR tactical target loads, and I've got some CCI mini mags. So I'm going to shoot a few rounds through each one just to check and see where my zero is with this little rifle. See if I got my bench. Nope. I'm going to keep adjusting my bench until I got it where I want it, the height. Take the time. I like having an adjustable rest, and take the time to adjust it. So when you lay your gun up there, it just lays there. You don't have to wrestle around and fight your gun. It's just laying there. Okay. Let me get this thing loaded. And it will hold quite a few, but I'm only going to put about 3 of each one in it right now. Boy, the wind is howling. That's not good for shooting anything. And it's certainly not good for shooting a 22. Well, I don't know what it did, but we're going to find out here in just a second. Gracious day. Accuracy's good. As far as shot group, holy moly. I gotta put a couple more of those down right. Well, I was plinking with this thing. Yesterday, I was shot groups was a lot better than what this looks like. I mean, shot group's fine, but where they're at. Of course, now I say that my vision's all screwed up today. The target blew down. I gotta go set my target up. I had put up my target at what looked like a good squirrel hunting distance to me, just whatever. I just didn't measure anything. It's high. So I brought it up to the 19 and a half, 20 yards, which is about where it should be for this. Actually, it should be closer than that because I've got a very low sight on here. So actually, I should be closer to 12 and a half, 15 yards. Anyway, let me fire a couple right here just to see where these are going. Let's see what they got. Definitely shooting high at that distance. But I think it's probably still close to where I want it. Let me shoot a few of these CCI. I'm going to shoot just a few CCI mini mags. Oh. All right. What the world happened there? I didn't throw the lever far enough forward. Okay. It's really good. Accuracy is incredible, but I'm higher than I want to be. Okay. This ammo that I'm shooting now don't have the exact same zero as what I had been shooting before it. That's for sure. But it's shooting a little bit higher. But I'm not going to change the sight. I'm going to keep shooting. What I got. All right. This probably be the last I'm going to shoot off the bench here, because it's not perfect for this ammo, but it's plenty close. It's plenty good. I mean, goodness gracious. Considering that the sights are not even, I can't put a lot of faith in anything results that I get today because my eyes are still a little swollen and burning and blurred, and my rear sight's not even round. It's a wonder I even hit the same field my target's in, but it's actually shooting pretty good. There's nice small little groups out there. Nice small groups with all three. I mean, this little gun really likes CCI mini mags, that's for sure. What I really had to, what it zeroed with was the Federal bulk ammo. That's what it really likes to shoot. So I haven't had any of that in a while, but it'll devour Federal bulk ammo. I mean, it shoots it great. I haven't had it in a while. This is some Winchester bulk and CCI mini mags and some Target. A little bit of Target stuff. Let's go out and see if we can hit a walnut with it, maybe. Do a little shooting. Let's just see if we can hit any of those. Wind's blowing. Just flopping around a little bit. My eyes are blurred. Where I got something in them, they're all swelled up. Might be wasting my time, but let's just see. One. This one. Pretty impressive that I can hit anything. To tell you the truth about the matter. blowing in the breeze. I got to try to time it in order to hit it. Fine. What have I got? I only got 4 or 5 more left. I might as well shoot them. It's just plain old fun to shoot one of these little 22s. And it's excellent practice. I gathered up over 7,000 walnuts, and processed them. I got lots of walnuts. Okay, let's shoot right here. Browning BL22. And what I've got on this one is a little Williams peep sight. It works great. It don't look the best of any sight that you can put on it, but it really works great. And it's micro adjustable. Great sight. Great little sight. Anyway, good sight on a great little 22. Browning BL22. Good gun. Talk soon.